going on? Jax Sauce, Eric here, and of course that means it's day 6 of the 2023 Bitter Pops Advent Calendar, man. And I'm ready because it's been another doozy of a day. Talked all day yesterday about getting up early, forgetting my belt, having to discreetly hold my pants up. Yeah, well, this was day 2 of the early morning. 4:30 came, got up, got myself ready, all that kind of stuff. Left in the dark, as I'm sure many of you do, not wanting to wake anybody up. As I got to the front door, I looked down, looked at my shoes. I saw 2 black shoes that I thought were the same shoe, put them on, ran out the door, right? All in the dark, didn't turn a light on, anything like that. Got to work, did my thing, was working all day, and I started wondering why my right foot felt so different than my left foot. I was kind of getting worried a little bit as I was working because it felt like it was tight. Like, is it swelling up? What's happening? So finally I stole a moment to myself, looked down, and that's when I realized gym shoe and dress shoe on 2 different feet. Needless to say, I quickly went into pure shock, pure horror, looked around, wondered how many people there had already seen this. Nobody was laughing, so hey, nobody pointed it out. So I did the only logical thing, and of course pointed it out myself to people because if you can't laugh at yourself, why let other people laugh without you? I don't know. There's a saying in there anyway. Day 6. Let's do this thing. Sorry, Jax. Smacked him right in the head with that one. What are we doing for day 6? Let us take a look. Very cool can. Before we even really read it, look at that can. Oh, this is a brewery that okay. I just saw it on the side. All right, so this is the Winterklaas, okay? This is the Belgian Christmas Ale. It says Santa's Magic Mulling Spices. This is from, here, take a look. And this is from a place called Moderne Dune, which I know very little about. So much so that it's a part of another brewery that I know very little about. Dune Fermenta Brewing Project, I believe, is what they call the whole thing. Modern Dune is kind of an arm of this project that they're working on. Dune, we actually tried some of their stuff a few beer reviews back. It's actually up on the YouTube channel. It's about the wine beer hybrids. Very fascinating stuff. I'm real big into right now the wine beer hybrid kind of movement that's going on and the flavors coming out of it. And Dune Fermenta is really big into it. So as I kind of studied after doing this beer review, as I kind of studied a little bit more about that brewery, I found out that there was a second arm, a second branch of this called Modern Dune. Well, they're doing all the specialty fermentations, the beer and wine hybrids with the Dune Fermenta. Modern Dune specializing more in like IPAs and lagers, only playing with crazy adjuncts and whatnot, doing their unique spin on it. I really have to get down there. For those of you that live in Chicago, it's in the old Motor Row Brewery on Michigan in the South Loop. Michigan Avenue in the South Loop. They've only been around since like 2021 or something like that. They're brand new. I really don't know much about them. They're calling it a Belgian Christmas Ale, okay? So Belgian Christmas Ale, it says in collaboration with Santa Claus, 6% ABV, which is interesting because the little bit that I know about Belgian Christmas ales, I know they call it Bière de Noël, if you will, and a lot of the Belgian producers, the Belgian strong ale producers, make this every year, and it's become kind of a big thing for them, kind of a tradition. As far as what started it, why it started, I don't really know, but I do know it tends to be a stronger ale, like a quadruple, and then they're going to be adding like seasonal baking spices to that, allspice, anise, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, things that you would find around Christmas time going into that. Winterklaas itself means winter glass in German, which is interesting. I don't know if it means something different in Belgian or Dutch or how different the languages are as far as the translation go. When I said 6% ABV, that's what is getting me with this, and I'm very intrigued by it. If this is truly a Belgian style ale, the Christmas ales tend to be done with some the quads, the quadruples, which tend to sit at about 9 to 14%. 6% would be right in the range of a double, and that adds different flavors. Doubles, of course, have a little bit more. I want to say carrots. Here we go again. Caramel, burnt caramel, dried fruits, and chocolate and whatnot, where usually the quadruples have more of that really kind of like fruit cakey kind of component, big alcohol, warming sensations. Those really warm you to the bone. And that's part of what Christmas ales are supposed to be about, is having that high alcohol to warm you. Let's see what they're doing with this thing. I am very intrigued. The Donier Fermenta stuff that I tried, I think is absolutely phenomenal. And I really wish I had taken some time this summer to dive a little deeper into them. I just been crazy busy. And then the as it's called, the Modern Dune. I hope I'm saying that right. I know nothing about it. I haven't tried anything that they put out underneath that label. Let's take a look. See, yeah, look at that color. This has absolutely nothing to do with a quad. These tend to be dark Belgian ales, the Belgian Christmas ales. Of course, there's no real rule to it. I mean, it's not an actual style. There's no real anything to it. Being Modern Dune specializes in IPAs. Maybe this has something, maybe this is an IPA play with Christmas spices and whatnot. The color is more of a Tripel, to be honest with you. If you're going to go through the Double, the Tripel, and the Quadruple, kind of figure out what they are doing. Smells like a Tripel. Again, though, that ABV is a little bit low. But, again, there's no real rule, but beautiful. Beautiful. Let's just get into it, man, because this is beautiful beer on the nose. You're getting kind of a banana quality, kind of a fruity kind of quality. Tons of spice. Cinnamon, definitely nutmeg, cardamom, allspice. The cinnamon coming through again. Star anise, allspice, some more clove. Man, there's a lot going on here. Really, really cool. There is almost like there is a candy presence. Like it's not a burnt caramel. It's like a caramel or toffee is probably a better way to say it. Oh man, that's good. And there's a hoppy note at the end, but it's not overbearing. Belgian Christmas ales tend to have a really malty characteristic to them, or at least the traditional ones do. This holds true to that. There is a maltiness to this that's blowing my mind with this beer and the color on this. It's just blowing my mind. There's a maltiness up front, and then it just hits you over the head. I mean, they must have taken, like, I don't know how, hundreds of pounds of spices and threw that in there because there is so much going on, but it's so well controlled. That's a really good beer. It tastes like if you took toffee, warm apple cider, and hops, put it together and figured out how to make that work, because that's exactly what they did here. All those spices, there is like an apple kind of fruit quality to it. And then that really nice maltiness, toffee, kind of a dark, deep kind of sugar component. The sweetness, though, is balanced out with a bitterness at the end from hop. Very cool beer. By some guys I know nothing about. Cheers, you guys. See you on day 7.